Hey everyone, I'm Keegs, and we just got the first trailer for Thor Love and Thunder, and I cannot wait to talk about it. Now, this trailer has Sweet Child of Mine playing in the background the whole time, so I can't actually play any of this sound, so you'll just have to use your imagination. But let's get into why I love this trailer so much and why I'm so excited for this movie. It starts off with Thor as a kid running and getting older, basically saying he's been running for a long time, it's time to stop and think about who he is as a person. He buries his axe, and really, since New Asgard is in a time of peace, as is the rest of the universe really, there isn't much of a need for him to be a superhero anyways, though I'd wager to say it's more of just symbolism, since he could just theoretically call it back whenever he wanted to. He's meditating, and he really feels like there needs to be more to his life, and he kind of needs to have a purpose and some motivations of his own. And I think that kind of alludes to him maybe wanting to step up to be a leader of some kind, taking after Odin and maybe ruling New Asgard or helping the world out in some other way than just beating people up, hence the burying of the axe. After this self-help journey he goes on, he decides, you know what, it's time to get back in shape, and we get this great montage of him training in some dungeon with the chains of a giant creature and this baseball hat that says strongest Avengers on it, which is just absolutely hilarious, I find. This is going to be a movie that is not going to take itself too seriously and going to be really fun and upbeat, I think, and instantly you know Taika Waititi is the director because it's got his style all over it. Plus, Korg is in it, which is actually played by Taika Waititi, and actually seems as if he might have a decent-sized role in it from this scene here, where it looks like Thor went on some kind of long journey and Korg is accompanying him. Though, I guess you could say this whole movie looks like it's going to be some adventure that's filled with fun and magic and exploring and new kinds of things. And at some point, Thor is like a pirate and kisses this person, which I actually can't tell who it is, so if someone recognizes her, let me know in the comments down below. I also think it's funny that Valkyrie looks completely miserable governing New Asgard, and I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up quitting her job before the movie's over. There also appears to be a lot of screen time from the Guardians of the Galaxy, and it seems that like the minimum they're going to be in at least 2 separate battles together since he's in 2 different outfits while they're fighting, it looks like. We also get a pretty good look at his new suit, which I personally love and feels a little flashy, but also like it could be that of a king, again pointing me to him maybe being in some kind of leadership role. A big introduction here is Zeus, and I actually think that Zeus will be a relatively short-lived character and will get killed early on in the movie by the villain, prompting an intervention by Thor at some point. We don't know much about the villain yet, but I believe it's someone named Gorr, who's just a dude hellbent on killing the gods for some reasons we aren't quite sure about yet. But that's what leads me to believe that Zeus is going to be maybe like his first victim, and that's why Thor's going to eventually have to step in because someone's going around killing gods. And obviously, we can't not talk about Jane as Thor there at the end wielding Mjolnir, which looks pretty fun if I do say so myself. The hammer was destroyed, but Odin's enchantment says that whoever is worthy will be given the powers of Thor. And the enchantment is still on there, so I believe when Jane touches the remnants of the hammer, it's going to give her the power of Thor and kind of put itself back together a little bit. And I don't think it's actually going to have anything to do with the multiverse and like a different version of Jane coming through. I think this is going to be the original version of her, but I guess it's possible that it could be a multiverse thing since this is taking place after Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness. So I guess we'll find out, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be original Jane. I think Thor is going to realize, though, who it is pretty quickly and then kind of fall in love all over again and be extremely excited that she now has powers like him, too. Overall, I think this was a really good trailer, and it didn't give anything away, really, in terms of plot, but it did bring up a lot of questions that you want to see answered. I think this is really just going to be a super fun movie. But let me know, did you catch anything that I didn't, and what did you think of the trailer? But I'm Keegs, and I hope to catch you all again for some more Marvel Phase 4 content.